What the fuck is up, shitheads? It's Ryan and Travis back with another episode of Dudes Talking Shit. This is episode number 59.
59. Almost to 69.
Dude, I got a question.
Yes.
What do you think the biggest news story in the world would be after coronavirus? Like, do you think there's something big, crazy that would happen that could like make this seem like old news, like not a huge story? Like, obviously, I'm thinking like a massive World War III would probably be on that list.
A massive. Oh, yeah, obviously. Because that. But you know what's strange with coronavirus? I think it's been a bit of a ego check for all these superpowers.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, like us fighting with each other doesn't matter because at any moment, Mother Nature could be like, y'all going.
Yep.
You're all getting fucking shook off this wet dog like fleas. So I think we are going to go into a long peacetime.
Really?
Yeah, I really believe so. Now, I mean, the only thing that could really kick off is if Arab. Why do I say that word so weird? Arab?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Arab.
Arab? Oh, that sounds like a hillbilly way to say it.
It is.
Arab.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. If Arab countries, in particular Islamic countries, get involved with like the Palestinian Israeli conflict,
Yeah.
because then that could spark a war.
Yeah, but I don't know if that'll be quite a world war. Maybe some other places will step in and shit.
I think it very well could, because like,
So you think that could be a bigger news story?
yeah, because Israel is obviously very heavy Western backed.
Yep.
By like the United States and Canada and the UK and France and all these places. Whereas Palestine is backed by like Iran. And it even seems to kind of unite like Iran and Saudi Arabia, who are typically at odds with each other.
Yep.
But Iran in particular is backed by Russia. So that could be the beginning of a conflict. But hopefully that just de-escalates and it gets figured out. But that's a whole fucked up situation that I don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole because I'm not educated enough to talk about it.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, if there was factual, proven evidence that the moon landing was faked, I think that would be a barn burner of a story.
Oh, it just needed so bad.
Farted?
Oh, God, it was so gross. I'm disgusted with myself. Okay, faked moon landing. I don't think that's as big a news as coronavirus.
No, I mean like the next big story that just like, because corona's like, it's fucking fizzling out quickly enough between vaccinations and people just having some degree of herd immunity.
Yeah.
And it's just like people being tired of it. So like, I'm wondering if that would, how big of a news story do you think that would be and for how long? Do you think it would just be like a quick thing and then like on to the next story? Or do you think that would be like, hold on, this is fucking insanity?
You know what? With the coronavirus thing really quick, I did notice today when I was listening to the news on the way over to get you earlier before we went out for supper.
Yeah.
And they were like, and today there is 3 coronavirus cases, 10 recoveries, and in other news, and it's like quickly just becoming like update, move on.
Yeah.
Moon landing's not going to be it though. That like, are we talking about what could potentially be the biggest news story? Because one thing we need to realize that kept happening during coronavirus is the U.S. government just kept like whipping in the papers like, hey, yeah, aliens are definitely a thing. They're a thing.
What if we like that was so I actually had that written down. What if they proved like they captured one essentially, an alien?
Yeah. Do
Like
you think they
fucking? Well, it's not publicly. I mean, I'm talking publicly, or you can fucking like there it is. This is the fucking thing. This is real. This isn't some Hollywood made thing.
Do you think that if like extraterrestrials, aliens, came and visited our planet, do you truly think if they're capable of traveling between galaxies, right? Like, what makes us think that we're capable of capturing one of them?
I don't know. We can probably capture them just because they have the technology to travel quickly and efficiently through like spaceships or whatever, UFOs.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that like once you have one isolated like outside of its mothership that you can't fucking put it in
Yeah.
a steel cage.
I
It's not
guess.
gonna fucking vaporize itself and walk through. You know?
Very interesting. That's actually, I'm saying this, but I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
That's like kind of the whole thing in Star Wars. Like, there's a lot of different species and races and shit that roam around the galaxies in spaceships. But yeah, when they get on the ground on a planet, they're just as fragile as the next.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, you're probably like if they crash landed or something went wrong with their ship.
And they're fucking like knocked out, and we actually have them here. It's not like the old Roswell thing, and like
Have you ever seen the movie Paul?
no, but I've heard of it.
That's a very funny concept on like an alien movie.
Yeah.
So Seth Rogen does the voice of it.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
very much like a Seth Rogen character. Like he's fucking useless. And like, what if spaceships and like travel like that isn't a big deal on some planets? So just like any old fucking dingus can get a fucking ship that can travel, and one of them rolls in here and they're just like, oh no, like I'm not supposed to be here. And to us, we're like some primal fucking war tribes.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, you guys are fucked up. Like, and then we capture him. He doesn't fucking know what's going on. He's trying to duck us all the time.
What if we captured Bigfoot and you had one in a fucking cage?
Huge.
That'd be fucking cool. That's the one I actually want to happen.
Now,
I literally
I
don't care about the aliens.
do need to protest here. If they put Bigfoot in a cage, I'd be very upset.
Yeah.
You can't fucking zoo Bigfoot.
Dude.
That is a mythical beast.
Yeah, I know, but if they did capture one,
I
the
know they
fucking
would.
money that they'd make from fucking... You'd have to, like, when you go to a zoo, it doesn't cost you any extra to see the rhinos and the lions. Like, you get to see all of them.
Right.
You'd have to pay extra to
Like
see
50,
Bigfoot.
$50 a head to see Bigfoot.
Yeah, you'd have to. They wouldn't put him in like a big open area. He'd be in a tightly confined place, probably with a roof on it.
Man, I
that
really
was
do
almost a
feel that
Oh, not that one. That was the exhaust fumes there.
this could be a blind spot on my human being, but I think there's a strong possibility there could be a Bigfoot.
I do. I'm a firm believer that there is. I absolutely like. Not only that, I want there to be.
I want there
you know?
to be so bad. I want there to be Bigfoot. Like some version of Loch Ness Monster,
Yeah.
but obviously I know it doesn't live like in fresh water.
Right.
Like it would have to live in the ocean because it'd be too fucking big to live in a lake.
Yeah.
Unless it
That's
lived.
a big lake, though.
Yeah, but it's not like it's like Great Lakes big.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like an animal that big to never be seen would have to be living in water so deep and so large that you can't ever see the other side of it from shore. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would love there to. You know what? I was saying the other day to someone at work, being a Bigfoot hunter might be a dream job
Oh,
for a lot of people.
wait, up for me for sure.
Yeah,
I
for-
think that would be
For
incredible.
a fucking guy like you that likes like your alone time and being like you're not a city dweller. That's not your style.
Yeah.
You like it would be fucking because here's the thing between grants and research, fucking fundraising and TV shows and shit like that, and like documentary crews,
Even just making a YouTube channel.
YouTube channels. So you would get probably a free place to live out in the middle of the wilderness with supplies, cutting edge like satellite data technology and fucking camera equipment and microphones and fucking
Yeah.
traps, rifles, hunting stuff.
That'd
Like,
be so cool.
snow machines and four-wheelers. You'd get all the fun stuff.
You
You'd
trying
be,
to give me a wet dream?
yeah, you'd be out there in the forest. And here's the cool part.
Yeah.
You'd never have to produce results.
No.
That's the fucking kicker. You never have to like, you clock into work every day, but you don't have to like, there's no objective to actually like,
You're just sitting there
right.
watching.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope there is a Bigfoot. And when I think about Bigfoot, right? So I know the prevailing thought is that he's in the Northwest,
Yep.
the Pacific Northwest, somewhere like around Seattle and Vancouver and shit,
Yeah.
Northern California. But I don't think that's where he'd be.
Where do you think it'll end up being?
I think if a Bigfoot exists, it's somewhere in like northern Ontario, northern Quebec, southern Labrador, like parts of New Brunswick, like somewhere there. Because just think how big, vast areas there are of forest that are thick, heavy brush forest that you would never be able to like look at all.
And they're not huge mountainous areas, because mountains fucking, that would suck to have to climb that shit every day.
Yeah. I think it's a much more sustainable area. And then, and Ontario more than the Maritimes and Quebec as well, just because out here it's a lot harder to grow food.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot less food that just naturally grows. It's, mainly meat.
Yeah.
So they could forage better probably. They would still have like lots of small animals to eat and kill. I mean, I guess. Do you think a Bigfoot will win in a fight with a black bear?
Oh yeah. Yeah, a Bigfoot, yes, I think it could, because it will know from all of the sightings, and I'm using air quotes saying that, all the sightings of people that have seen them, videotaped them, or had encounters or whatever, they all say that it walks more like a man
Yeah.
than a gorilla.
Yeah.
So it's not like hunched over, relying on its front legs to kind of keep its self-stability, like front arms or whatever.
Yeah.
It walks, it knows how to use tools, like bang things against each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would. I also think they're smarter than you'd think.
Oh, I think they're
Dude, there's a
extremely
documentary
clever.
on, I think, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
That, like, this guy is fucking out there. It's a Bigfoot documentary. This fucking guy that hunts it is out there, man. Like, he claims to have had many encounters directly with Bigfoot,
Right.
to the point where he saw one once and started walking slowly towards it, recording it.
Right.
And the Bigfoot apparently didn't know he was there. And then out of nowhere, like the fucking scene in Jurassic Park where the velociraptors will split up and they're like, one will take your attention so that you're focused on that, and all of a sudden one will come out from the side.
Yeah.
That happened, and that fucking thing threw a log at him, he claims, and all this shit. And he has it on video of him filming what looks like the back of probably a huge Bigfoot or whatever at night with like a night vision camera. And all of a sudden, like a log, sure enough, fucking whack, just fucking drills him and knocks him over in the snow and shit. And then like,
Jesus.
but like that, it could all be extremely staged too.
Yeah.
But anyway, this documentary is fucked, man. The thing I think, or that I hear about that makes me think that it's possible to be real, or at least at one point,
Yeah.
is back before the internet, before cable television, before fucking movies, and even like radio as a public common thing. There was still Bigfoot sightings that were all super similar from all over the place.
Right.
North America, the South fucking East, but they weren't called Bigfoot there. They were called the skunk ape.
Yeah.
In the fucking Everglades and all that.
Yeah.
And then there was the Yeti.
Yeah.
All the same fucking creature, just from different spots.
areas.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
if the same things are happening everywhere, then it tells me that there's some fucking, like, someone didn't travel all over the world at a point where you couldn't travel all over the world other than from a sail ship.
I'm
spreading
telling you,
that joy.
There is no way we have discovered every animal on Earth, and I guarantee there's animals that are intelligent enough that they don't want us to know about them, and they
Especially
don't want
if they're
us to see
small numbers.
Yeah.
Like, look at how many white rhinos there are left on the earth.
Yeah.
If you were to somehow put them in a place that isn't wide open, fucking landscape like Africa,
Yeah.
and you were to put them in the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
you'll fucking, man, you might never see one again. You know what I mean? Just because, like, there's so few and far between. So if there's legitimately only 10 Bigfoot left in population in the wild,
Yeah.
the odds of you finding one are extremely slim to none.
Slim to none.
Yeah.
Man, and so now that we're on this topic, so are you a believer in like aliens, UFOs? Like you think it's out there?
I do believe there's something out there, and I want there to be, but I literally don't care if we ever prove it in my lifespan.
them.
It'd be real fucking cool, and I'd be super interested.
Right.
But I literally think it's such an unrealistic thing to think about.
Yeah.
That I just don't care. But I care about finding a Bigfoot.
Okay. And Loch Ness is interesting as well.
Not enough that I care. Because I'm pretty sure I know what that is. It was just a big sturgeon.
And Ghost.
So I think I saw one, man.
Dude, okay. Before I want to hear your story, but I just want to like put this piece in there. So I really want to believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
So anytime I go somewhere, and especially if I know, like, I went to this hotel in New Brunswick back in October.
Yeah.
And it's known to be like haunted. Like, that's one of their selling points, right? This is a haunted hotel. So I went in there really open to it. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm down to see some shit.
Yep.
Like, if it's going to happen, fucking cool. Like, come on. And anytime I'm in those situations, never. I never experience anything, but I want to so bad. And my dad, like, really is, like, into it. And, like, he said he's had experiences with ghosts. But I'd like to hear yours.
Dude, I was at there's a school here in Halifax called Halifax Grammar School.
Yeah.
It's a private school for elementary and I think junior high. I'm not sure if there's a full-blown high school, but I'm pretty sure junior high at least.
For very rich children.
Yeah, for definitely rich people.
Yeah.
And though that school was actually used to store the dead bodies that were recovered from the water from the Titanic.
Wow.
While they were waiting to be identified and shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's actually that my dad worked there when I was much younger.
Yeah.
He worked there as like a caretaker sort of thing. So one time on a weekend, in the summer, like school wasn't even in, I don't think.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I think it might have been Christmas break actually.
Yeah.
He was there, and this was like the basement where the floors were just like poured concrete,
Yeah.
and they were just painted so they weren't like, you know.
Yeah.
They had some sort of texture to them. And I remember being down there with him because I had no one to look after me one day. So he just brought me to work because like he's working alone, just painting the fucking walls and shit.
Yeah.
He had to paint the floor to put a new coat on it. And I remember playing around down the hallway and shit like that. And I definitely felt like a random breeze go by me. And this was at a point where I was young enough where I wasn't like watching horror movies to like
Right.
see kind of how things happen. So like, the whole idea of the stereotypical ghost sighting wasn't in my brain yet.
Right.
I hadn't seen anything that would have had that.
Yeah.
So I felt like a random breeze, and then I just felt nothing of it. Like it was just a breeze. I didn't even turn. And then I got that random feeling that someone was looking at me. So I just decided, screw it, and oh fuck off. And so I turned around. And I see a guy walking by that looked like he was from the early 1900s. Like he looked like old, like what I had seen in like Western movies and shit like that, but like not dressed like a cowboy.
Right.
And I'm just like old black and white movies. I'm like, holy fuck, he just walked past. But we were alone in the building.
Yeah.
So I went. Sure enough, he wasn't there. I'm like, what the fuck? So then that's when I was asking my dad. I'm like, is there anyone else here? He's like, no. I'm like, what was this building used for? And that's when he started telling me about the Titanic and all the dead bodies that were in there at one point. Anyway, still to this day, I firmly believe I saw a Titanic victim walk by in front of me.
Holy fuck.
And I'll never obviously be able to prove it, but I can't prove it not. And I'm just like, I don't know. The only reason I still stick true to the fact that something was seriously abnormal is because I don't believe my brain was polluted enough at that point to have like created this thought.
Like
fr-
how
from
old?
something.
Like, are we talking like 7, 8?
Yeah, I think I was 8 or 9. Yeah. Definitely young. Like,
Right. Like the idea that you understand the concept of what a ghost could be,
yeah.
but not enough that your
So
brain
a ghost
could
to you at that age is like Casper.
100%.
You know, it's a white sheet basically. That's what a ghost was to you at that age before they were like fucking real people with like a story and shit.
Do you remember the first horror movie you ever saw?
No. I could guess and say like The Omen or something. Maybe if you include like,
What's The Omen?
I don't know, it's an old horror movie from I want to say the 70s.
Oh, okay.
I know I saw that at one point. That was the first horror movie. I definitely, if you include like Carrie and stuff, I definitely saw that fairly young when I was like low teens anyway.
Yeah.
And like all the Child's Play, Freddy movies, Jason movies.
Yeah.
I like all those. I still like them actually. I have nothing bad to say about them.
The first horror movie I ever saw was Child's Play.
Yeah.
That was I think I was like 10.
That's a weird age to watch that because like you're at that weird age where like even though you may not be a complete loser with like a make believe friend or whatever, you still would. Everyone had a toy that you wish came to life
Oh,
for
dude,
whatever reason.
totally.
So it started out really cool, like oh this is a dream, and then also the fucking kid went or the little doll went nuts.
Yeah.
Remember his name? Charles Lee Ray.
Charles, right. And it's like the body of a serial killer or the soul of a serial killer trapped in the doll.
They got killed in like a construction site or something.
Yeah, dude, that movie fucked me up for a number of years. And then I think the next one I saw was the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then I went on like a couple of years where I was into horror movies. I would like watch whatever.
Yeah.
That one fucked me up pretty bad too. That was
Some of them aren't bad. I don't mind some of those. I like those cheesy ones like Jason and the Freddy movies. Once they started doing Freddy versus Jason, didn't care for. Or Jason X, that one didn't do it for me much either.
I can't watch any of the modern slasher movies. I'm okay with, but I can't do like these super brutal ones, like Hostel and Saw and all that shit.
Yeah,
Like I just can't watch that, even if it's not real. Like I cannot watch that.
the first Saw movie didn't really have me at all. I was like, oh, this is just a fucked up weird concept. But I will tell you, they popped me big when that guy stood up at the end, and he just was there because he wanted to be up close and personal.
That was a massive twist ending.
That was a fucking because that movie was so unbelievably realistic in the sense that like nothing was like far fetched.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that happened. I was like, whoa, holy shit. No, back this up. That was fucked, man.
That was a very fucked up movie. And then I mean every Saw movie after that became not that I've seen very many of them, but they increasingly became worse.
I saw the second one and I can't tell you I even saw the full thing.
Yeah.
It just got too like they purposely made scenes that were there to make the crowd in the theaters go, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Like there was a guy like he had to go in a furnace to get a key out of the back, and then the furnace door randomly closed and it caught on fire, and you could hear him screaming. And then there was this girl in that pit of fucking like
The
hypodermic needles.
Yes.
Like that was just like, all right, like you're just doing this to get gore. Like you lost me
because
here.
at least the first Saw movie was it was a very different concept.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting, just like the two actors in a room. Very, very different thing.
Yeah.
But then the rest of them, it just came about like how brutal can we make this?
Yeah. Dude, we had a request for a topic this week.
No way. From who?
From a listener that emailed it, believe it or not.
No way.
So I have not looked into this person at all, but I was told to talk about somebody named Fran Selleck.
Fran Selleck.
So FRANESELAK. His name is Fran Selleck. So is a Croatian man known for his frequent brushes with death. He has been described as either the world's luckiest or unluckiest man. He's 91 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read his like a quick Wikipedia. It looks like it's like 2, maybe 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
Selleck's near-death experiences began in January 1962 when he was riding a train through a cold, rainy canyon. The train flew off the tracks and crashed into a river. An unknown person pulled Selleck from safety while 17 other passengers drowned. Selleck suffered from broken arm and hypothermia. The next year, during his first and only plane ride, he was blown out of a malfunctioning plane door and landed in a haystack. The plane crashed, killing 19 people on board. 3 years after that, in 1966, a bus that he was riding in skidded off the road and into a river, drowning 4 passengers. Selleck swam to shore with a few cuts and bruises. So he should definitely stay away from public transportation.
Yeah, not that anymore.
So 3 more years later, so in 1970, his car caught fire as he was driving and he managed to escape before the fuel tank blew up. 3 years later, in another driving incident, the engine of his car was doused with hot oil from a malfunctioning fuel pump, causing flames to shoot through the air vents. Selleck's hair was completely singed in this incident. He was otherwise unharmed. Flash forward many years. He went from 1970s up to 1995, living a peaceful life, apparently.
Yeah.
In 1995, he was struck by a bus in Zagreb, but Zagreb is a city, but sustained only minor injuries. In 1996, he eluded a head-on collision with a United Nations truck on a mountain curve by swerving into the guardrail, which gave way under the force, and he flew off the cliff. 2 days after his 73rd birthday, Selleck won $1.110 million in the lottery. So $1,110,000, if you're not following along with that, in the lottery. At the time of his win, he was also married for the 5th time while he purchased 2 houses and a boat with his winnings. In 2010, being generous, he decided to give most of the remaining money away to relatives and friends after deciding to live a frugal lifestyle at home. And as far as we know, he's still alive.
What the fuck?
Dude, this guy needs to just stay put.
Dude, like, so obviously you have to debate whether he's the luckiest or unluckiest man in the world.
Yes.
But one thing, the level of paranoia you would live with, just being like, what's going wrong next?
Bro,
like,
think
how
of it
is
this
gonna
way.
Fuck up?
I don't like watching a logging truck drive towards me because of Final Destination 2.
Yes.
How does this guy gonna feel? Just fucking anywhere, crossing the street, grabbing a bus, getting on a subway, hopping a plane.
It's always going to feel like you're moments away from death.
Holy fuck, man.
Dude, that's fucked. What an interesting character.
Franz
And so
Selleck.
now, what do you think his frugal life is? Like, does this just mean he's staying close to home? His woman's going doing his shopping?
I don't know.
He doesn't want for much. Like,
Married
also,
5 times? Oof.
That's fucking unlucky. Dude, that sushi is hitting hard. And after all the things that he had run into, like all these incidences, why the fuck would he buy a boat?
Because he's never had any issues in the water. They were all road and train related and air related, so he might as well cross the fucking water off his list, you know?
Oh, holy shit, dude. I bet there's like a near drowning experience they don't talk about in there. And he's just like, so I sold the boat. I'm living a frugal life.
Dude,
I'm done.
The guy is fucked. Anyway,
incredible.
that was my first time reading that, in all honesty.
He seems like a very interesting character.
If you Google him, there's lots of news articles about him, though, that's for sure. Or lots of news articles. There's lots of articles in general about him.
Yeah.
The guy is just, well, this is what he looks like. No shit. Pretty nice looking old man.
Oh, holy shit. I was expecting like a tall, skinny, kind of frail dude.
Well, he's seen some shit, man. That's for sure.
He has definitely seen some shit. That's fucked up.
Dude, we have a new friend, by the way.
Who's that?
That I think would be very fun to talk about.
Okay.
His name is Gabe.
Gabe?
And he is usually pretty hyped up.
Saturday, baby, let's turn up. Saturday, baby. Yeah, Friday night's the night, baby. Fuck, baby. Fuck, yeah. Gotta get it in, lovers, baby. Fuck, yeah. Woo. Yeah, Friday night's date night, baby. Fuck, yeah. Woo. Sushi night, baby. It's sushi night, baby. Fuck, baby. Fuck. Yeah, Friday night's the night. Yeah, I'm back on the walk and grind, baby. Fuck, baby. Fuck, yeah. Friday, baby. Fuck. Woo. Friday, baby. I'm back on the walk and grind, baby. Fuck, yeah. Woo. Woo. Thursday night, baby. Fuck, yeah.
He's drinking a White Claw, so am I.
I love his gentle woos.
Yeah, Thursday night, baby. Fuck. Woo.
So
Ready for the weekend? Fuck, baby. Fuck. Woo.
I want to know this
Tomorrow,
guy's
Friday,
story.
baby.
Oh, I want to be
Yeah.
friends with him.
Woo.
Dude, so
Yeah, it's fried chicken's Wednesday, baby. Fuck, baby. Fuck. Woo. I'm at Harold's, baby. Yeah. Chicago, baby. Fuck, yeah. Woo. Yeah. Mouth sauce is on fire, baby. Fuck, baby. Fuck.
So If anyone's listening, you got to look him up on like TikTok. His name is all one word, White Claw Gabe 10. That's it. White Claw Gabe 10. The guy's got hundreds and hundreds of videos. We'll put it this way. The first one I just played about getting lit on a Saturday night or whatever, it's been up for 57 minutes and has 25.7 thousand views already.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This guy, so he's pretty popular on the talk.
But I think what I want to know and what I've asked you about him is he clearly has money.
Yep.
He lives in a very nice home by the looks of it.
Yeah.
He's always dressed very well. He's always eating out. He's vacationing. Like, he lives the life of a well-off man.
Yep.
What the fuck? I want to understand his situation.
I just think it's so funny that he made this character or whatever, or maybe it's just how he is and he's just a fucking weirdo. It's totally possible. Like, it's completely possible. He's just fucking nuts. It might also be possible he doesn't know English that well and doesn't really know what fuck means.
Oh, he was on an episode of H3 recently.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's popular. Yeah. He's getting pretty famous, so I believe it. But the guy's just so full of fucking energy and hype. And I'm just like, I literally want to be friends with this guy. Like,
hey, it's fight night, baby. Fuck yeah, baby.
He's got
for the main event, baby.
This
Fuck
dude's got
yeah.
a boxing ring
Who's gonna
behind
win,
him,
motherfucker?
but he doesn't even
Fuck.
say where he
Alright,
is.
baby.
Like, what boxing event is this? It's just this guy's fucking classic, man.
Yeah, Miami, baby. Fuck yeah. Woo! Florida, baby. Fuck yeah. Florida, baby. Fuck yeah. Miami, baby. Fuck.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. This one's good.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, baby. Fuck yeah. Yeah, shout out to the Mexicano, baby. Fuck yeah. Cinco de Mayo, baby. Cerveza. Cerveza, baby. Fuck. Yeah, cerveza, baby. Fuck. Yeah. Cinco de Mayo deserves to be a holiday. Fuck work. Fuck school, baby. Fuck. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's a fucking holiday. Fuck, baby. Fuck. Happy Cinco.
Like, I would vote for him.
I just don't understand. Like, I just want to understand what his whole backstory is. Like,
You're really interested in his backstory.
I know that's what matters to me. Like,
Yeah.
I need to know. Like, do you think he's
Yeah,
a business
sure.
owner? Is he an investor?
I'm willing to bet he's probably getting money from TikTok and shit at this point.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the fucking iced tea lemon, baby. Finally
he's
came
only
out.
been
I'm just
big
giving
in
it a try. It's not
2021,
bad.
right?
He's what?
Like, he's only gotten big recently.
Yes.
It like you don't make like the house he lives in and stuff is clearly.
I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna scroll to his oldest video.
There is dogs.
And when was those ones? None of those count. The first one that he started being like him. So, well, what does he say in them?
Who let the dogs out?
That's it. So that really is the dogs. Where's the first time he starts talking? This is the.
Cause what's my name? White Claw Gabe. What's my name? White Claw Gabe. Cause what's my name? White Claw Gabe.
Oh, that's fuck. This guy is completely twisted, man.
Yeah, and it just seems like
Yeah, it's Friday. I consider Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and holidays the weekends. The fun days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
week.
see, he didn't have his character yet back then.
Yeah, finally. Oh my God,
So
the Steelers lost.
December
finally.
December 2020, he still hadn't found himself yet.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Christmas in LA. 77 degrees, sunny, balmy. Yeah, this is the place to spend Christmas. Warm weather. All these snowbirds from New York, Chicago, Cleveland.
No, he still doesn't have it at Christmas time this past year.
yeah.
That's just a song.
Ooh.
No, this one might be.
Well, yeah, White Claw, baby. Yeah, White Claw.
It's getting it there.
It's becoming.
January.
Yeah, White Claw.
Okay, so this is where it begins.
January is when he started the babies.
Yeah, the evolution.
Hey, it's fucking Saturday night, baby. White Claw night.
January.
Yeah. Next, we're gonna go to Baskin Robbins, get the mint and chip. And fuck, vanilla sucks. It's so bland.
Dude,
White Claw, baby. Yeah.
he reminds me of a guy that we know.
Yes.
It's been a while since we last met again.
Dude, it's like that. I find those fucking weirdos on Instagram or on TikTok, like that fucking Apes Grease. She was this fucking girl from Canada, Saskatchewan or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, she's got some sort of disease anyway. There's some sort of disease with her. I don't know if it's cancer or something like that.
Sure.
But it's something. And she's fucking loopy too.
Right.
And baked all the time. I think on more than just weed.
Right.
She fucking records all this stuff, and she'll just start going on rambles
Right.
on Instagram.
Sure.
And on TikTok. And it's like it's a lot of time it's incoherent fucking stuff that just is like, what?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years ago, whoever wrote the song for Beyonce declared, "Pretty hurts. Shine a light on whatever is worse."
See what I mean? What is he talking about?
Disease of a nation. It's your soul that needs the surgery. I am pleased to announce that I figured it out.
Anyway, that's her. She's fucking
Can I see a
crazy.
picture of her? I just want to see if what I'm thinking in my mind is what she looks like.
It's this girl.
This is Apes Grease with an important question.
Oh.
Do you ever worry that you're retarded and no one is telling you? Well, it's true.
Dude, yeah,
Among us humans.
when you first sent me that,
Yeah, you
I
thought
it was
me.
you with a
Yeah,
fucked up filter.
Fuck you. Yeah.
With a fucked up filter.
Yeah, I know. No, but she is like this bald girl.
Because let's be real, you've made some weird videos.
Yeah, I definitely have. But she's super weird, like in the sense that like
When you stopped doing TikTok, I was disappointed.
I know I'm gonna make more. She's like I don't know how to explain it. She clearly doesn't care anything about her physical appearance.
Yeah.
That's kind of my way of saying she's ugly, but I'm not meaning to say it that way. I think it's just like she literally puts zero effort in whatsoever.
care.
Right. Which is fine. But then like I think she's fucking a little retarded too, other than whatever disease or maybe cancer or whatever she's going through.
Sure.
And or treatments.
Or do you think she's just possibly a drug user?
Oh, there's definitely some drugs going on. But like, you know those headphones that they used to hand out on airplanes that were free that like had the metal wire that went over top of your head and like the styrofoam fucking ear covers?
Yeah.
Like those are her Bluetooth headphones, kind of like that. Like she still uses those to plug into her phone instead of like having like wireless earbuds or some sort of other Bluetooth connectors or you know, nice headphones that would have came with most phones.
Yep.
She still uses weird things like that.
Yeah.
And like
Maybe it's also part of creating a character.
well, the character she's created is like
Run deep.
sort of, but it's just fucked. Like I've never clicked this video and I don't know what this is gonna be.
Easter Island was misinterpreted. It's actually the key to the proximity effect. Easter Island was misinterpreted. It's actually the key to the proximity effect.
So you might think I just played the same video twice. I didn't. She just said the same thing twice.
In the exact same cadence.
Yes. Like
Oh,
here she is with blue
I'm trying
teeth.
to make this Bluetooth granite thing, but the dye won't stay on. No one has done this. I googled it. This is our new trend, but it won't work right now. Trying new things.
Maybe she's like schizophrenic or
Dude,
something.
she's fucking cracked, man. Her name is Apes Grease, like ape as in like the animal, with an S at the end, and then I'm pretty sure it's short for April.
Right.
And then her last name is Grease, Gris. Just look her up, Apes Grease.
Apes Grease.
Apes Grease.
Speaking of female social media influencers, content creators, so an ongoing saga of Dudes Talking Shit has been our discussions of the monetization and business of OnlyFans, which we're very interested in.
Yeah.
So another thing that's come up recently is women using Twitch as a platform
Oh yeah.
and using their bodies to gain followers, subscriptions, donations, tips to make a living. Which, you want to show me your boobies and me give you money?
So that's
All
been
good
that's-
with me.
That's been the thing for years and years now. Just like a girl playing video games in like maybe like a short cut top or whatever.
Yep.
You know, like a cleavage sort of thing. Like then, and that's where it ended. It didn't go any further than that.
Right.
Until a few weeks ago we talked about the hot tub thing.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, so Twitch does have rules where you cannot be in like lingerie at all or
Yeah.
like a bikini unless you're actually like at a place that would be like logical to have that on, like a pool, hot tub, beach, so on.
Yeah.
Even a guy, like as a male,
You're not supposed to have your shirt on.
I'm not allowed to sit there and stream without a shirt on unless I'm like actually at a pool or a beach or
Right.
whatever the case is, right? So they started, okay, well, why don't we just do these streams where we're at a hot tub? But the problem is a lot of them don't have hot tubs or a
Right.
house that they can do it. They live in apartments or whatever. So they've been getting those inflatable hot tubs that they just sit in their fucking bedroom.
Right.
And now they can wear next to nothing. And we're cornered as a society where you can't say that's sexual because
For sure. But here's where I think it has gone. We had this, we've talked about this,
Yeah.
but overcorrections,
yeah.
right? So everybody turned a blind eye to what was happening on Twitch. And that's just like the hot tubs and the sexual content, that's simply not Twitch's platform. Like, that's not what they're trying to do. Sure, they have some adult content on there sometimes. Like yourself, I would categorize you as like an R-rated streamer.
Yep. I would agree.
Because of your content and your language and just the way you speak and the topics you talk about. And there's a place for that. But I think the sexualized content like was crossing boundaries. Like Pokimane sitting there looking hot as fuck, playing League of Legends, and she's actually a decent League player, and she gains it's like, sure, like I get it. But to just sit in a hot tub and show off, like that's not what that platform is supposed to be for.
Even if you were doing that and creating legitimate content that isn't just fucking your body,
yes.
that's probably a little more passable too.
Yeah.
The dilemma was that these ladies were sitting there not creating content. Their content was just replying to a fucking Q&A in the chat for 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Yes. And where it got pushed too far is, so did you see what Amaranth got banned for?
Well, I do know that a few weeks back, Twitch created a new category that if you're at a pool, a hot tub, or a beach or whatever, you have to be in that category.
Right.
So that it's like, I don't even think that category shows up if you're under 18. So when you make your account, if you're
Right.
under 18, that section just doesn't exist.
Right.
So they did that. The problem was that section wasn't nearly as popular
Right.
as just doing it the other way.
Just chatting.
Right. So then what some of them started doing is, okay, well, why don't I just... So typically when you watch a video gaming stream, the video game is full screen and the very small picture-in-picture is the human, the webcam and all that.
Yeah.
They did it the opposite way. So you'd see Mario Kart, for example, in a very small screen to the point you can hardly tell what fucking position they're in.
Yeah.
And the big screen would be them sitting in a hot tub playing or
Right.
with the, or a little kiddie pool or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So that was, and then that wasn't working. So Twitch started demonetizing ads or like ad revenue,
Yeah.
strictly ad revenue didn't go towards the streamer. So like, okay, we can't do that. So they started trying to create their normal content, but just in like an extremely sexual way where it's the camera is 1.5 feet away from their ass.
Yes.
Instead of their face.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, like how do you not argue that this is done to specifically be sexualized?
And I don't know if you saw but the big thing was they were doing fucking ASMR yoga.
Yeah.
And so doing and like you could pay her to go into a different yoga pose.
Yes.
And that's where they finally got the fucking hammer dropped.
Yeah.
Was like, no.
Well, none of it'll last though.
do you think they'll? But again, I just don't think Twitch is the place for that. Like,
No.
I'm not saying that content should exist because I want to watch that content, but just Twitch isn't the spot for it.
Yeah, the problem is it's the biggest streaming platform. And because the way society is, where you can't determine something sexual if that person doesn't
Acknowledge that it's
acknowledge that they're saying it's sexual.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, you'll never win. You'll never win if a group of males or females, doesn't fucking matter, says to someone, you're exposing your body in a way that's sexualized, and they say, no, I'm not, that you can't argue it anymore. Like, you just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, remember when we were in like high school and shit, the dress code for girls was like, you can't have a spaghetti string top.
Yeah.
You can have a tank top as long as the top goes to your shoulder or whatever.
Right.
And you can't see bra straps.
Right.
No one ever fucking complained. Like, that was totally fine throughout the entire 90s and early 2000s I was in school.
Yeah.
No one had an issue with it. Now all of a sudden it's a big fucking thing. Well, you got to train your boys to not be turned on. It's not about that. I can see your fucking underwear and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that was the problem.
Kind of like how guys couldn't wear their pants low with their underwear exposed.
Right. And
Yeah.
girls couldn't wear shorts that weren't down to as low as the knee or whatever the fucking rule was.
It's, yeah.
It's just like, we're just at this weird point where we can't see anything. Dude, we'll put this, wait, today, I was doing a deal at work, and this woman that I was with, my client, literally looked up at a female colleague of ours and said, what the hell, is that appropriate to wear here? And then said, I can't remember when hot pants were in fashion in a professional environment. She said, that's ridiculous. I know. Right. And I'm like, I agree. I don't disagree. In fact, episode 1 of this podcast
Was workplace attire.
was about workplace professional attire. That's what one of our first fucking topics ever was. And
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree, but what the fuck can you do?
You can't.
Like, that's the thing. I'm not sure that in some cases, I don't think that women know how to professionally dress anymore in a professional environment. Like, where generally the men are wearing like pressed dress pants, dress shoes, like a shirt tucked in.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't be wearing something that you can also wear to a nightclub.
Right.
Like, I think that's probably the easiest description. If you can wear this out to like a happy hour, like a cocktail party or something, it's probably not appropriate for a fucking office.
Yeah. I agree. I don't disagree with that. But you're not allowed to say that.
Right.
Don't say that.
No, I'll fucking say
Hey, don't you say that.
Nah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I'm not opposed to hot pants at the office. Hot pants at the office are fucking great.
Yeah, personally, I don't give a shit, but it just fucking... Well, you know what? I kind of do. The reason I care is because I got to fucking wear pants. I got to tuck a shirt in. I got to wear dress shoes. You know what I mean? I can't just fucking go there.
What the fuck else would you wear? Are you going to show up with your fucking Lulus on?
No, but I would probably wear jeans and an untucked shirt. Like, I would be comfortable.
You wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
I know you as a human being, and I know before you would ever let yourself enter our workplace in jeans and an untucked t-shirt, you would have a mental breakdown.
No, I wouldn't.
Because you wouldn't be able to present yourself like that. Because I think what it comes down to is personal standards. And you, as much as you're downplaying it right now, have a high personal standard for yourself.
Oh, is that a good thing?
I think it is. Like, you dress the most consistently professional out of all of our colleagues.
Really?
I would say so, yeah.
Huh.
You're the only one who still buys the tie rule.
No, I don't anymore since we got these shirts.
Right, since we moved on to the polo.
But did you notice I don't tuck mine in? I tuck in my
It looks
undershirt.
tucked in.
Yeah, because I have a big meat locker in front of me. So the shirt only goes down until the pant line. That's basically where.
And then it tucks in.
Basically, it just like tucks under the guts.
Yeah. How far in are we of this bitch?
50?
50?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for fights. It's a great night. Great night of fights.
Dude, I'm pumped for it.
Dude, yeah. Tomorrow, I get to go back to my Pierre Gasly nut hugging. It's the fucking best. Being a Pierre Gasly fan right now, it's a great time. It's super fun. Having him on your fantasy team, even fucking better.
Fucking, I wanted to play something. But
Also, to anybody else out there, we're having a lot of fun in our F1 fantasy league. If you want to join in,
yeah, we don't have many people in it though.
yeah,
The thing is,
DTS.
I don't know if that many people are really into F1. That
I know
aren't,
we
like,
might not have a lot of fans in F1.
Um,
We're trying to convince them.
yeah, I have.
Those Australian nutcases are just down there doing fucking super truck races.
So I have. I know what your dream girl is. Like, you really want like an old woman,
Yeah.
like 70 or something like that, so you don't have to live with it for too long. You know.
Do you know what's really funny? When you said that, do you know what actually came to my mind? And now this paints a very real picture.
What?
A black lady.
You want a old black lady?
Not, well, I mean, young,
Not that there's
old,
anything
doesn't
wrong
matter.
with that, but
No, I've never had a sexual relationship with a black lady before.
never.
No, something I
Dude, I only
really
did
want in
one
my life.
time. She was a fucking hooker, like an escort.
Yeah.
Basically, after she got naked, turned off the lights of the fucking room. I looked back at her, and all I saw laying on the bed was her teeth and the bottom of her feet. Like, she just fucking was just disappeared in the darkness.
Dude,
Man.
So the only time I've ever had any kind of like sexual interaction with a black lady was at a strip club in Quebec. And
Okay.
it was my first ever lap dance. I was like 23, which is kind of embarrassing. But yeah, she gave me a great lap dance, and I had, we were talking a little bit about it. I stayed up for 3 songs. She got me good, but she was really sweet and was very kind to me. She had to keep reminding me to touch her butt. It was great.
Right, that's not bad.
She was a very nice lady. She was so sweet.
Well, I got I kind of have a pretty hot chick for you here.
Okay.
She's from
So my actual dream girl.
Yeah, she's from Louisiana. Well, there's nothing wrong with Louisiana, man. They're Big Easy. They know how to party.
The fucking Quebecois of the fucking states. Fuck
Of
them.
of the South.
Gross.
You know? So, she is 69 years old.
Yeah.
I think she might be older, but she just says she's 69 because it's a dirty
69.
number.
Nice.
But she is a pretty big horn dog. I know you're far away, but you can kind of see some photos of her here.
Okay.
Very grandma-esque vibes.
Now, you got to remember what's a key component of my old woman idea.
Money?
Yes.
Yes, I agree. But so what she's doing is she's trying to find herself some volunteers
Okay.
in Louisiana. I know we're a little far away, but she wants like some young stallions like you to come over and fuck her.
Is she trying to achieve the record for the oldest lady to be involved in a gangbang scene?
No, she's one-on-ones, doesn't like DPs
Okay.
or anything. And
She's just horny.
she's just horny. But she's asking for help. She was a former sex worker. That's what
Okay.
she was. Like, it's not like she retired and now she's just doing this.
Yeah.
Like, she was a sex worker and she
Kind
retired.
of like like Wayne Gretzky. He's retired,
Kind of.
but he still likes to shoot around the puck.
Exactly. So she's looking for help in creating content for OnlyFans now.
Oh wow.
Because she doesn't like to just sit on butt plugs and fuck herself and finger herself and stuff like that.
Right.
She sometimes likes to get like dudes to volunteer to come help her.
Right.
So she put out like a video asking for volunteers.
Okay.
And anyway,
And fuck me, this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Please be 35 or older in the New Orleans area and able to come during the daytime, preferably in the morning. And I'll
Right,
show
she
you a
has to
good
stay up.
time. I promise.
Yeah.
We have new lingerie.
ooh, yeah.
So come over here and fuck me.
She's saying it to you.
I know you
Take
want
it
to.
Off, go take it off.
Everybody wants to fuck a sexy older woman.
Yeah.
I am sexy and I am older. So come on over, honey.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Do you think she
and
sucks
that's
a
it.
mean dick?
I'm willing to bet she does.
Can
She
I
ha-
see her a little bit up close? I need to make a call here.
Yeah, she has DSL. For that age, I mean. There she is there. So she's
Okay.
she's not half bad in all reality.
No.
So, I'm just saying there's hope. If you ever want to go down to Mardi Gras,
Again, whoa, look at that one in the purple.
that was dude.
I
that,
just don't
that's
think she
that's
has,
a
she
that's a
doesn't have
snippet.
the money to lure me
Dude,
down.
that picture that you just said in the purple.
Yeah.
That's a snippet from the video I just played.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that's the lingerie she was wearing. Dead
dude,
ass.
That wouldn't be the one for me.
No.
That ain't it.
Well, she has longer hair. She just wears it up. Like that's her. Like a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Not
still
bad.
ain't me. Do you know why it's not? Because it's fucking reminding me of someone in particular, but I can't fucking place it right
Was
now.
it a teacher?
Could have been a teacher. Could have been an older lady who scolded me recently at work, actually.
Oh, okay.
I get scolded quite frequently.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah. And then they like spank me with a wooden spoon. I'm kind of into it.
Here she is.
Oh, jeez, her tits.
Several people have asked me what I like sexually,
Okay.
and let me describe to you my ideal encounter.
She wants me to suck on those milky titties.
You arrive at my house, you come up into my bedroom,
Okay.
and you kiss me long and deep.
Long and deep.
You continue kissing me. And
She was a
you
classy
undress.
sex worker, I bet.
Oh yeah. Let herself go a little
We
bit because
lay
of
down
Corona.
side by side on the bed, and you continue to kiss me and run your hands over my body, exploring all the curves and crevices. And you kiss me all the way down here.
Ooh, she's
into
touching
my
her tits.
breasts, into my tummy,
Here comes the pussy.
and finally
There it is. Look at how big it is.
there. And once you're there, the way I like to be
Dude, she would have been like hooking in the
Stimulated.
60s, 70s.
Oh yeah.
is with your tongue flicking.
She's flicking her tongue.
I don't like sucking so much.
Okay.
That kind of hurts.
Oh, sorry.
But if you flick,
I can do
my
better.
clit, it does excite me,
Yeah.
and the clit gets big,
Yeah.
like
clit's
it's
already
searching
big.
for you.
Michelle.
Her puss, man, looked like you could fucking
And
drop
as
a
I
knack
start
in
to
it.
get really aroused, then it would be
I love
the
how we're
time
getting a
for you to
tutorial here. She's
use
telling you
your
what to do.
tongue and circle
It's
my clit.
communicating 101.
Yeah. Don't you wish that this could be every sexual relationship with a woman?
I
If she
mean-
would just be like, hey, listen, dude, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And be like, no surprises. Fucking great. Let's do it.
I mean, maybe. There is I wonder if it was this one.
Oh, man, her body's actually not
There
bad.
she is. We're watching her shower now.
Yeah. Dude, look at the old bubble butt on her.
Oh yeah. We're watching a
fine.
69-year-old woman shower. Standing in the shower. Not even on one of those stools.
Oh, that'd be way
Oh,
better if she
yeah,
leaned
man.
into it. Just lean into the fucking character.
Anyway, that's Michelle Gilf, which I think is a fake last name
Oh,
for
that's
grandma I'd like to fuck, you know?
100% a fake last
But
name.
she is from Terrytown, Louisiana,
Yeah.
and she's better known as Terrytown Gal.
Terrytown gal.
You can find her on Twitter. I don't believe Instagram.
Yeah.
Definitely find her on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing. So she's a retired sex worker who continues to work, but now she wants you to provide a negative COVID test, proof of vaccination,
Okay.
and she'll take locals that she's never met before
Yeah.
to come over and fuck her on camera to provide herself content. So you get off. You don't get any money for it or royalties or anything.
No.
You get to get off and fuck an older lady, which is kind of cool. She gets to get content and some money out of
Do
it.
you know what, though? It sounds like she makes you do a lot of the work.
Which, you know what? Like, she has worked hard enough.
She's put in her time. She's fucking retired.
That's exactly it. She is a retired sex worker who continues to work in the sex industry.
Yeah.
So, if she makes me some breakfast, some like corned beef hash and some fucking, omelets, waffles, pancakes, some fucking
Great.
lasagna,
Yeah.
I'm into it. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry there, Michelle. I'll fucking do the moving of your legs and
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll even do the flick.
Take you to Pound Town.
Yeah. That being said, I'm not into older ladies. You are. That's been another wild and wonderful episode of Dudes Talking Shit. You can find us on Instagram at Dudes Talking Shit. You can find Ryan on Instagram at Drunk Ryan. You can
Started
find
getting
Travis on
distracted. He
Instagram
knew he had to stop. TFan23.
Send them your dick pics.
Later, shitheads.